So I'm actually just getting a brand new set, and I'm doing French. So we're gonna do the white tips over here because it'll look nicer. But we are taking off all my old set. And then she cuts all the long nail off so she can put a tip on it. It won't stick. Just filing it a tiny bit. Is that the dehydrator or the primer?
FIRMOO.
Primer, okay. Yeah, so I had them take off, well, I had her convince me to take off all my old nails. I really needed to. And then, so, now we're going to put the acrylic powder and stuff on to let you see that. I like them a little thicker because I go to the gym. So they don't pop off while I'm doing weights. That is something that I've noticed, is that when I go working out, if I don't have them a little thicker, if I have them really thin, like most people like them, they'll pop. They'll pop off or break. So we can't have that. So, okay guys, so I'll talk to you later. So, who the fuck is this? Was cracking up earlier. I was like, who the fuck is that? Who is that? Who is that? Who's that bitch? What's she doing? Oh, how weird. And look at my temptation. So I just got my nails filled. Just got my nails done. I got French tips for you know who, because if you have followed me long enough, you know that Matthew loves French tips. So these are for him, but I'm gonna turn around. Okay, hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. There would be a sushi place right there. That's where I got my nails fixed. There's a yogurt place that I'd love to eat. There is Little Caesar's Pizza that I would be all about, and then there's a fucking Starbucks. Okay, so you're gonna walk home with me a little bit, and I'm gonna turn back on my music. So right up the road from here is a Chinese place, a sandwich place, Kentucky Fried Chicken, A&W, root beer. And I mean, all this is like legitimately not that far for me to walk to. And there's a, let's see what else. I mean, if I went down further, there's a whole bunch of other shit, but not today. Satan! Not today. Not today, Satan. Nope, nope. Because all I want to do is I want to go to Starbucks. But then I look at this bitch. And I'm like, oh, hey girl. How you doing? How you doing? And then I'm like, well, you know what would happen though if you went over to Starbucks, or you went over to the other place? Huh? You know what would happen? Yeah, you'd gain weight and you'd feel like shit, and it would make you sick, and you gotta walk home, and man, is it cold. Man, it's cold as hell. And then I've got Walmart and Costco and stuff on my way home. Yeah, there's just a lot of shit over here that I could go walk to and go do stuff with that I'm choosing not to. And I got my little brace with my big shoes on, and then I'm headed home. Hey guys, this video is going to be a little weird. Never mind, you guys already know that. So, I made keto cheesecake last year, beginning of last year, something like that. And then, I know nobody wants to go through like 100 of them, and I don't feel like going through that specific recipe again, because it made a gigantic mess when I found a much easier way to make it. So here's what I use. You don't have to use any of these. You don't have to like any of them. If you don't like walnuts, you can use something else. So, heavy cream, obviously. I have, I prefer Real to Great Value brand. When it comes to just cream cheese, sour cream is Daisy. There's very few things like Fairlife milk that I'm kind of like a brand hussy for certain food, but this one is definitely one of them. So it's the Philadelphia cream cheese. None of this is low fat. None of this is low fat. It is sugar free as much as it can be, but it is not low fat. So I also need to get a bag down here. Okay, so let's get back to what I was talking about. So I don't want to have to make anybody go through it all. I don't want to have to go searching for it for myself. And I found a much easier way for me to make it, and I'm going to share it with you right now because I'm in the middle of it, and it's just getting my mind off of stuff. So I am a sugar addict. So a lot of times I have to make something else to swerve me away, which is funny because another sweetener is called Swerve. I don't use it. But to kind of detract my body, mind, whatever, spirit, whatever's going on with something else to kind of. So I wanted to tell you the first thing I did was I took, I was telling you what you need. So you need cream cheese, you need that. You need lemon, lime juice. I don't care if it's fresh squeezed. I don't care if it's that plastic horse shit. I prefer this because it's fresh 24 hours a day. I like it because it's more concentrated. I like it because it makes yummy. Yum. And then natural walnuts. This is the Great Value brand because Planters is ridiculous and I'm not paying your processor. Your monopoly on fucking nuts is ridiculous. So I ain't paying your prices. But I will pay Walmart's prices because it's the exact same thing because I looked. Because the ingredients are, walnuts. So what I did is, and you need vanilla. Splenda, vanilla, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and Splenda. That's all I used. Now I keep baby cups type deals. I keep these from, you know those, you know those cute little desserts you can get from Costco and they come with like the cup. I love buying those and then I keep them. So what I did was I heated up in a skillet. Here, I heated up in my skillet just the walnuts because walnuts have a lot of fat in them to begin with, so you don't really need anything else. And Splenda. And then as soon as I started smelling them, I knew that they were done. So what I did is I made enough for 4 cups. Like I said, I always buy these. I use these for my vitamins, my liquid vitamins and stuff anyway, so I just keep them around. Well, now I have an even better reason to keep them around because now I can make delicious stuff that will not break my carb intake for the day. So, total carbs for 1 ounce. So there is 2 carbs in each one of these because I'm going to say there's an ounce of this. If you're looking to see like how much fat you're intaking per day or what kind of, do you see what I'm saying? If you're not like me or you're not doing like the ketogenic diet or you don't have a DS or something that requires you to have a lot more fat in your life, I wouldn't. But again, I've always told you guys this a million times. Don't do what I do. Do what works for you, boo-boo. So I made sure that this would be the easiest damn way to make this because what I was doing was I was taking a gigantic bowl and I was putting all the ingredients in a bowl and then I was splattering it all over damn near here to Kalamazoo. And I'd be cleaning it off my ceilings and off my meats and it'd be in my glasses and in my hair and on my face and all over the counter. So I was like, I wonder if my beloved Ninja could do this faster and better for me because I was also having nerves. my lovely lady cream cheese lumps in my food. So what I did is I added, for 4 cups, it took, I want to say about a cup, cup and a half heavy whipping cream. No way. It was about a cup. I kind of eyeballed it. And I think this is going to be too much whip for what I've got left anyway. But for these tiny cups. Because as you can see, I've not even got in this, and it's already kind of making a mess. So you could put this in a piping bag if you were fancy schmancy, like some of my friends on Instagram who Instagram their food and not just immediately devour it like someone. So you can see that there's kind of some air bubbles and stuff like that. Like, you can try your best to get rid of that if you want to, but I think I'm just gonna press. No! See? Mistakes. I can show you my mistakes, and you can be like, oh, I don't want to do that and make a mess. So you can be like, Nirvana saved me some time. So anyways, guys, pretty much what I'm doing is I'm just going to fill these 4 up with what I've got, and I'm going to put them in the refrigerator. That's what I'm going to do. And then in a couple hours, they'll be cold. I mean, you could eat them like this right now if you wanted to. If you wanted to go to town on one of these right now, you could. But all I did was put it in my Ninja. I turned the Ninja on, and then, you know, maybe 20 seconds it took me. Maybe 20 seconds of continuous, like, pulsing, and then one big round of zzz, to get exactly what I needed. And it came out beautiful. If you're wondering what measurements, don't. I eyeball everything. Cooking is an art, and that's the way I like to say it anyway. Cooking is an art and baking is a science, and this is definitely not baking. I wouldn't really even call this cooking. They're mine. I'll lick it if I want to. That's why I tell everybody about my husband. He's mine. I can lick on him if I want it. Hey, that sounded really dirty. Hell, that too. Yeah, actually, this made exactly how much I needed. Trying to do everything one-handed. So again, guys, just because I was asked, you know what the recipe for this was, and I realized that I can make this a million times easier on myself. I would not sit and eat one of these all by itself. It's a lot of fat, guys, and I don't absorb fat pretty much at all right now. So if I was to sit and eat one of these just by itself, we'd have some issues in the description box a little bit later. Just saying, there's nothing like, you know, having something delicious to eat. And, you know, I feel normal because, you know, she gets to have regular cheesecake, and then I get to have, you know, cheesecake, and Matthew gets to have ice cream where he's at, and, you know, I try to make myself something, and then I get sick. So I have to be real careful with what I'm putting in this. So, you know, when you're not a kid and you don't have to ask anybody to lick the beater, I don't gotta do that no more. Well, I never asked to begin with. But you know how your parents and stuff would have given you one of the beaters and one of your brothers the beaters to eat? I'm like, I'm a grown up. All the shit left in the bowl, that's just mine. I don't mind if I do. I'm gonna have to find some pretty decent keto bomb recipes that aren't disgusting. I've tried a few, and it's just like eating like coconut, like straight coconut oil or whatever else. Nobody else is going to be eating these but me, because she has the good stuff. And I don't know, my depression and stuff like that is demanding sweets, and I figured, well, it's the very best thing I can do for myself is just create my own, which is a healthier version. Or I could say a big, you know, screw it, and, you know, eat what she's having. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a mess in my kitchen and on my face. So this made 4. I am now going to put this in a bag. Nirvana's cooking show. Don't you guys want more of these? Don't you guys want to make stuff with somebody who looks like this? Suck it. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Would you not chew on a carpet? So, don't you want to make more food with somebody? If I was on the Food Network, wouldn't this be the face of, you know, like... Wouldn't this be the... I was using this for something else, so... Wouldn't this be the face of somebody that you want to invite into your homes and every week to help teach you how to cook? No? Me either. But, so I take a Ziploc bag, and since I know I have 4 of them, I've already got the dirty knife from when I cut up the cream cheese. So I cut that in half. And then I cut this part in half, which separates the two. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing again. So I'm just gonna take my knife and just separate it again. And then I don't need this big part right there, so I just kind of yank it off. And then on the small ones, like, I like to kind of press it down as much as I can with this. And then I go up underneath with my finger and just kind of remove any of the small bit of excess. And, yeah. So I make kind of a tight seal on the top of it. I'm sure there are a million other, like, check out Keto Connect or whatever the hell else those people's names are. And they will give you really nice recipes, like professional stuff. And I'm just like, okay, so you stick a bunch of shit in your blender, turn it on, and then, yeah, there you go. There's some plastic on it. Ta-da! I'm having one of those days. Alright, so I'm just going to yank this off. And then for these two, the bigger cups, I'm trying to see if I can kind of put them both together. Because I'll eat these first in that case. If I don't want to open up another thing of plastic, so I'm just going to try to... Yeah, there we go. See, you can do this. You got it, see? And then, see, ta-da! And then I'll end up eating these first, and that way the other two can just sit in the refrigerator till later on. But there we go. So, and then I'm sure if you have children, or, you know, if you have your husband or wife or whoever, like, hangs out, or your best friend or roommate or whatever, maybe they'll like it too. Who the hell knows? So, I'm going to try my best to try to edit this video. I'm not sure what's going to make it in and what's not, because I've got a lot of stuff that I filmed yesterday, and I kind of want to put everything together, because what I filmed yesterday was kind of just like tidbits, and I don't think I showed it, and my hands are dirty with cream cheese, but lovely. So this is what I got yesterday. This is not the best I've ever had. She went all the way down to the cuticle line and didn't clean it up. So I've got gel polish, like, on the line. And these are really wide, so she didn't really, shape them very much. So these are really, really wide for me. They look a little weird on me. I don't know if... I'm so damn picky. And then the gel polish that she used is one that I'm not really familiar with, and so it looks a little off, and kind of like there's like a little... I love your beautiful, gorgeous, amazing faces. I hope you enjoyed all the other stuff that I put together along with this video, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.